Hello and welcome everyone to this video on navigating the Web Dynpro development environment by ZaranTech. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our ZaranTech YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any update from us.
Hello everyone, welcome to this comprehensive guide on navigating to Web Dynpro development environment in SAP Web. I will help you to explore this powerful tool for creating web-based application. Web Dynpro is a standard SAP technology that enables developers to create sophisticated web applications using a app. Whether you are an experienced developer or just starting, understanding the Web Dynpro environment is crucial for building effective and efficient application. In this video, we will cover essential of Web Dynpro development environment. We will firstly start with an overview and key components, of key components, including the workbench and view controller, the component controller, and the interface controllers. So for now, we will be going to our SAP ABAP logon, and I have logged on into it. So for creating SAP ABAP Web Dynpro application, you have a transaction code which is named as SC80. So you have to come here and write on the top SC80, and when you will hit enter, you will be navigating to Object Navigator, and here you have to come and choose from here, and we have to choose. You will get an option of Web Dynpro component and interfaces. You will click on that, and let's give a suitable name to it, ZWD. Every custom component in SAP ABAP start with Z or Y. So we'll be giving ZWD Web Dynpro underscore. Let's app1, because this is our first application, and let's hit enter, and it will show a pop-up that the application does not exist, so you can create a new one. So we'll hit enter here, and let's give a suitable description. Our first application, you can give any description. Description is not mandatory field here. And here you will get two radio button, Web Dynpro components and Web Dynpro interfaces. So by default, we will choose Web Dynpro components, and by a default name given by SAP when you are creating a Web Dynpro application. For Windows, ZWD app1, and view name is main. So you can change the name of the window and the view. I will tell you later what is window and what is view. So let's change it to W main, our view main, and sorry, our main window and main view. So we will give the naming convention V main and W main for our main window and main view. And let's hit enter, and let's create it as a local object. You can save it in your package also, and come here and choose your application, and let's activate it first. See, it is mandatory to first activate your application for better practice. So when you will click on activate, yeah, your application is activated. So this is the screen which will be showing you when you create your first application. So see, here is the name of the application, and you can see four controllers: the component controller, component interface, and view and window. So these are the four controllers in Web Dynpro: component controller, interface controller, and view controller. So let me first show you what is component controller. When you click on this, and let's drag this window and minimize it, so we can get a more view of our component controller. So there is only one component controller that exists per Web Dynpro component, and it is global. That is, component controller consists of data and processing logic that is available to all the views in the component. This controller does not have any visual interface. The lifetime of the component controller is lifetime of the component. So basically, I can, in easy word, I will tell you, like, a component controller is the top controller which controls the hierarchy of your Web Dynpro component, and the life cycle of component is controller is life cycle of the app. Means anything you create on the component controller will exist throughout the application till the time your application is running. Let's move to our let's move to our next controller, that is interface controller. interface controller. Let me right click on that, so it will be showing you the interface controller. Yeah. So this is the interface controller. The interface controller is basically used for cross communication. The interface controller does not contain any implementation. It is the point of contact of communication for other components to use this component. Only nodes, methods, and events are marked as interface can be used by other components. So in our interface controller, if you want to use this component in other WebDynPro application, so we use component interface for that purpose. So in basically, for if you are creating an app which is simple, we do not need interface controller. And let's move to our next controller, that is view. And see, the name which we have given in while we are creating our application, v main is created here. By default, when you create an application, you will get one view and one window. Let me first log on. Let me log in into this. I guess I was logged out. Yeah. So what is view controller? Each view consists of exactly one view controller. Number of views in controller and component depend upon the number of views which your application needs. The view controller cares about view specific flow logic and checking your user input, handling user application, etc. The lifetime of the view controller is restricted to the lifetime of the view. So moving to our next controller, that is window controller. And the name which we have given on the starting of the creation of the application is v underscore main is showing here. So each window in WebDynPro component consists of a view controller. It is available throughout the component and behave like a component or a custom controller. So yeah, these are the four controllers, and let me show how your application, when you create a blank application, how it look in your browser. So we cannot directly execute this WebDynPro component. First, we need to create an application. So you have to go at the top and click on your component. Click on your WebDynPro component, which is here. And when you will right click on that, you will go to create, and here you will get an option WebDynPro application. So when you will click on WebDynPro application, you can give the name. So by default, the app name suggested is the app1. You can also give your name if you want, and give a description. That is not mandatory, so I'm leaving for now. Let me give a description first for better understanding. And let's click on the tick. So our application has been created, and let's first save it to save into our local object. And you have to check on this tick box, and I will save it into local object. So yeah, our application has been created here. Let's first activate again our application WebDynPro component. Let's activate it. So it's compiling, and when I will click on our application and right click on our application which we have created, and we will click on test, so it will be going to our browser and it will open. So by default, my internal browser is not working. So what you can do is you can go down and copy this link from here and go to any browser which you are using and paste that link in your browser. And you have to log in again because you are using it outside the browser provided by WebDynPro. And as soon as I log in, so yeah, this is the blank screen. This is the blank screen when we create an application with no UI component. So it is looking like a blank white screen. So let's add something on our view. So basically, view is responsible for look and feel of your application, how your application will be looking. So let's go to view and add some component to it. So see, layout option is here, and you will get we have to come to layout to add UI component, and here it is showing a root UI element container. You have to right click on that, and you will get an option to insert an element. So we will let's insert a title, and I will give it an ID. So ID should be unique for one type of UI component. Means if you're using input field for a one time, so the ID should be input one. Again, if you're using again another input field, you have to use another ID for creating that UI component. So for title purpose, there is a UI component that is page header. Yeah, you will see page header here, and when you will right click on that, so see our default page header has been created here, and let me activate it and see how it is looking now in our browser. So you have to come to browser and refresh it. After refreshing, see our top bar has been showing in our browser. So let's add something to our title. So when you will go down, and you will see a title tab property here, and let's add something. Course Web Dynpro app, something like that. You can give any title to application according to your choice or according to your preference, and activate your application. And let's come to browser and refresh it. So after refreshing, our title is showing here. So yeah, this is our first video. I have introduced you to the Web Dynpro lobby and how it looks, how we create an application starting. And I've also introduced you to four more main components of the Web Dynpro application is component controller, interface controller, and view controller, and window controller. I've also showed you how to create an application and how you can test your application on in browser. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video.